former President Robert Mugabe is to be summoned to Zimbabwe's parliament to give explanations on allegations he made in 2016 that $15 billion worth of diamond revenue had gone missing. At the time, Mr. Mugabe blamed foreign companies for swindling and smuggling the commodity in an interview with state-run media. There were also reports that the government's Mining and Energy Committee also planned to question the Home Affairs Minister, a former mining minister, and his successor over the disappearance of the money. MP in charge of the committee, Temba Mliswa, says there are no sacred cows and there's nothing that can stop them from calling on Mr. Mugabe to appear. However, he has not confirmed when the ex-president will be summoned. Meanwhile, Zimbabweans in the Namibian capital, Windhoek, say they are shocked and embarrassed to have been charged by the cash-strapped embassy to see visiting President Emmerson Mnangagwa. There were allegations that locals and Zimbabwean citizens had to pay $16 for a seat at Windhoek's upmarket Safari Hotel to attend his lecture yesterday. Now, the Zimbabwean embassy had provided 300 seats at the venue where Mr. Mnangagwa addressed the locals and Zimbabweans in the diaspora. A number of people were disappointed as they were turned away for not paying. A Zimbabwean said that they were not even allowed to take the place of people that were absent. According to a survey, the average salary for a worker in Zimbabwe is reportedly around $283 per month. At the end of the day, those who went in to see the president were those who could afford it. There are reports in South Africa that prosecutors are preparing to move against two companies linked to the controversial Gupta family and their business empire. It suggests that the National Prosecuting Authority is poised to freeze tens of millions of pounds in assets of the indicted family, though details remain unclear. However, this is in connection to an investigation into alleged corruption at South Africa's state power company, with a broader implication of probing the Guptas, a powerful business family with close links to President Jacob Zuma. Both the Guptas and Mr. Zuma have since denied repeated allegations of corruption against them. Another London-based company has been dragged into South Africa's lingering corruption scandal. The international law firm has been accused of helping to hide state corruption. The firm was hired to investigate alleged corruption at South Africa's tax collection agency. This was after a senior employee there had been seen depositing large quantities of cash into an ATM. It's also followed claims that a controversial business family, the Guptas, yet again, were trying to gain influence over the highly respected tax agency. The Guptas have so far denied any wrongdoing. Lord Peter Hain has asked Britain's Solicitors Regulation Authority to take disciplinary measures against the law firm. He describes the report as a fatally flawed whitewash which allowed corrupt officials to get away with looting and robbing taxpayers. The former anti-apartheid activist has made a point of singling out British and other companies accused of facilitating high-level corruption in South Africa. But the law firm says the accusations are unfounded, ill-informed, and rather disappointing. Gabon's Foreign Minister Noel Nelson Messoni has expressed his appreciation of China's long-term and sincere support for his country's development. In a meeting with his visiting counterpart, Wang Yi, Messoni said Gabon and China had agreed to lift their relations to a comprehensive cooperative partnership during President Ali Bongo Ondimba's visit to China in 2016. Messoni hailed China, saying China's long-term and sincere support in areas such as politics and economy has played a significant role in Gabon's development. For his part, the Chinese foreign minister, who is on the third leg of his four-nation visit to Africa, called for bilateral cooperation in efforts to deal with regional and global challenges and strengthen their communication and coordination on regional and international issues. 7 North African migrants died late on Monday trying to reach Spain's Canary Islands from Morocco in a small inflatable boat According to Spanish authorities, a rescue crew found 5 of the men dead in the boat drifting off Bastion Beach on Lanzarote Island, about 130 kilometers from the Moroccan coastline, while 2 other men died trying to swim to the coast. Medical services treated 20 others that managed to swim to the shore for various stages of hypothermia. Authorities received an emergency call at about midday, alerting them to the drifting boat, and found the 5 dead bodies inside. The number of migrants arriving in Spain by sea from North Africa have doubled since 2017, as thousands try to flee from conflicts in Africa and the Middle East. Meanwhile, Libya's Coast Guard says it rescued around 400 migrants stranded in several locations off their coast in the Mediterranean. Migrants on 2 boats had been spotted after complications with the engines left them stranded. A 3rd rescue operation was carried out earlier, bringing the total of those rescued to around 400, including women and children. Libya is the most common departure point for migrants trying to reach Europe from Africa by sea, of course. More than 600,000 have crossed the central Mediterranean in the past 4 years, generally traveling in flimsy, inflatable craft provided by smugglers that often break down or get punctured. The joint force of the G5 Sahel has launched its 2nd military operation against jihadist groups in the Sahel and Sahara region. This was made known by the French defense minister in a meeting with her counterparts in Paris. The group of 5 countries is expected to patrol the region in collaboration with 4,000 French troops deployed there since intervening in 2013 to quell an insurgency in northern Mali. The G5 Sahel, which began official operations in November, is made up of troops from Mali, Niger, Chad, Burkina Faso and Mauritania.